Ini dia 1, 2, 3. Sini berdiri 1, 2, 3. Nah, lihat cowok dulu. Gak boleh milih ya, merem.
Iya, yang penting dapat dulu, ditukar.
Mr. Joko dari Sekolah Internasional Bina Bangsa School menghadap Ketua Posko dari Kementerian Sosial untuk menyerahkan bantuan untuk melakukan layanan dampingan sosial atau trauma healing kepada anak-anak yang terdampak korban Gunung Semeru. Terima kasih kepada para orang tua murid dari Sekolah Internasional Bina Bangsa School Pantai Indah Kapuk. Sekali lagi terima kasih, kiranya segala apa yang diberikan bermanfaat dan bermakna bagi masyarakat yang terdampak korban bencana Gunung Semeru di Lumajang, Desa Panunggal. Terima kasih.
Hello. You guys are learning vectors now, right? For emails.
Okay, Mr. Chandi told us that you guys were learning vectors. Does anyone want to say what part they're at so we don't waste time on like things that you already learned?
I think it's about like
Applications of vectors, bukan sih?
addition and subtraction of vectors.
Oh, okay. Have you guys learned how to identify which makes vectors parallel?
Yeah, I think yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I already prepared some IG questions, right? And if you can do these IG questions, basically you're set for IGCSE vector questions. So allow me to share screen. Bentar ya. So you've already learned kayak the vectors, for example, A, B, C. P, let's say this is X and Y, and P equals to X plus Y, right? Or AB equals to AC plus CB, right? You've learned this, right? Okay. Try this out first. This one is still pretty simple. Just give me the answer for A if you're done.
Is it minus 3a plus 6b?
Yeah, does everyone else follow? Like, do you guys understand how he got negative 3a plus 6b? So, for A to B, you want to go from this position into B. So you can use the formula where AB is equals to AO plus OB. The equations together, then you can cross multiply. Since you can take out AB here, you will get OX is equals to 2 over 5 OY. That's how you solve this one.
Okay, good afternoon to all BBS students from Sec 1 to JC2. Okay, so today we will be having our info session about the hybrid learning, especially for this term in term 3. Yeah, we plan to open the hybrid learning starting from next Friday. Yeah, I mean like on next Thursday, and then our hybrid will be on next Friday, 4th of February. Okay, so with the further ado, I would like to call upon Mr. Samuel to explain about the hybrid learning. Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel, you are freezing. Okay, while waiting for Mr. Samuel, let us pray first to open this webinar. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for another blessings that you given upon our life. We surrender
Thank you, Mr. Christian.
for today's
Good afternoon, everyone.
webinar. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Mr. Samuel.
Okay. Am I back? Can you hear me, Mr. Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Okay. I have shared these informations with your parents and also with your teachers. Okay. So now I will share it with you. Some of the informations are the same, okay, with the things that we did in term 2 last semester when we did hybrid learning. Yeah, but there are some new arrangement. Okay, and also I think it is important to remind you of some points. Yeah. Without further ado, I will start my presentation. You can find the similar presentations in my letter to your parents. So the similar presentation is not exactly the same. It's attached to the letter. So later on you can review. First, these are a few important points with regard to the hybrid learning that we are going to do in this term 3. I summarize it first so everyone is clear. One is this. Okay, we will do the hybrid learning. When I say hybrid, meaning that you will report to school in the morning and continue with HBL in the afternoon. Okay, we will do that mode 3 days in a week. That is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So 3 days in a week, you will report to school. Unlike in term 2, your teachers report to school 3 days in a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But for you, you only report to school once a week. Yeah, because for example, Monday is only for Sec 3 and JC2, then Wednesday Sec 2 and JC1, Friday Sec 1 and Sec 4, for example. Yeah. But our hybrid learning this term, not only teachers, but also students. We report to school 3 days in a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you will do hybrid learning. Yeah, you will learn the lesson in school for 6 periods in a day. Okay, this is the same arrangement with what we did in term 2. Yeah. So you will start, you will report to school at 7 o'clock. Yeah. Then 7:15 to 7:30, you will do morning devotion. Okay, 7:30 to 8:30 is the first 2 period 1, period 2, and so on. And later on, I will explain about that. Yeah, but it is 6 periods in a day. Okay, so the first 6 periods will be at school. then will be continued by HBL at home. No changes. 100% capacity. This is another difference. Yeah. In term 2, the maximum capacity is 50%. Now in term 3, we can accommodate all of you, yeah, in a classroom, 100% capacity. Still, online learning is facilitated. Yeah. So if your parents still do not let you to go to school, you still can learn from home. We still facilitate online learning or hybrid learning mode. And this is applicable for all levels, from Sec 1 all the way to JC2. Yeah. Sec 1 all the way to JC2, we report 3 days in a week, 6 periods in a day with 100% capacity per class. This is the school current situations. All teachers have been fully vaccinated. Okay, booster soon. All staff have been fully vaccinated also. Okay, then all students have been vaccinated. So all of you have been vaccinated. Yeah, for secondary one, maybe some of you only got your first dose, and you will get your second soon. Strict health and safety protocols are in place. Infrastructure to support the protocols are in place. Okay. Learning mode to groups rotation model. I will explain this, review this quickly. Okay. So teachers will teach 2 groups of students simultaneously. One group in the physical classroom with the teacher. Another group is in the virtual classroom at home. Students attend same lesson both in school and online. This is to cater students who choose to stay at home, yeah, for safety reasons. 100% school capacity. Okay. So if you look, this was the arrangement in term 2, where on Monday we have 2 levels, Wednesday another 2 levels reporting to school, Friday another 2 levels, and each class can accommodate only maximum 50% of the capacity. Yeah. So this was in term 2, and now this is the arrangement that we are going to have in term 3. Okay. All levels will report to school 3 days in a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with maximum 100%. Okay. So I hope it is clear. However, we still accommodate online learning. Hence, Group A, there will be 2 groups. Group A are students who will report to school and they do hybrid. Okay. Face-to-face in the morning and HBL in the afternoon. Group B are those who will stay at home, full HBL. In the morning, do HBL, yeah. Join the lesson from home and also in the afternoon. So Group A, those students who will report to school do hybrid. Group B, students who will stay at home, full HBL. Group A report to school thrice, 3 times a week. Again, this is reminder, if you belong to Group A, then make sure you submit the indemnity form to your form teachers, signed by your when do you need to submit the indemnity form? Your name is there, then we can let you in. Am I chopping, Mr. Christian?
Just now, but now it's okay. It's the same.
Okay. Okay, I will continue. Okay, so this is very important. If you have submitted the indemnity form in term 2, no need to resubmit. Okay, the indemnity form in term 2 is still valid. But if you have not submitted, make sure you submit 3 days before. So if you, because of the long holiday, okay, long weekend, meaning if you are planning to report to school on Friday, 4th of February, then you need to submit the indemnity form to your form teachers latest by today. This is the seating arrangement. We have made the arrangement, so it will accommodate full class, 100% capacity. Okay, looks a bit crowded, yeah, but we still can maintain the social distancing. From the government, the standard is 1 meter. Yeah, here we can manage to get about 1.4 to 1.5 meter distance per person. Okay. Form students are still required to submit the form before reporting to school. Term 2 indemnity form is still valid, no need to resubmit. Parents who choose not to send their child to school must submit a statement letter. The template has been provided. Yeah. So either you come to school or you don't come to school, you must submit something. You must submit a letter. If you come to school, submit indemnity form. If you don't come to school, you don't report to school, then submit surat pernyataan. Yeah. The template that we give is an example. Your parents can create their own surat pernyataan. Yeah. Your parents also can write the surat pernyataan statement letter in English. No problem. But the indemnity form must use our format and must be on stamp. School hour. This is just to review what we did in term 2. Okay. So the first part is 7:15 to 10:45 is the face-to-face lesson. Okay, with 15 minutes break. So total time you will be in your classroom will be 3 hours 15 minutes. 7:15 to 7:30 morning devotions. Okay. 7:30 to 8:30 first second period. Then you will have 15 minutes break before you continue your lesson until 10:45. 10:45 until 12:30, you will be dismissed from school. Then you can travel home. You can have your lunch, get a little bit of rest. Okay, for 1 hour 45 minutes before you resume HBL from 12:30 until latest 3:30. Okay. I think you are quite familiar. So this is the breakdown of the time slot. It's reflected also on the timetable. I believe all of you got the new timetable. Timetable start from week 4, including on Thursday. Okay, we will do HBL on Thursday. All of you will study from home. But we are still, because it's week 4 already, we are using the new timetable, yeah, with this time slot on Thursday. So please pay attention. Okay. Yeah. So this is still a transition period. Make sure all of you observe strict, safe, and healthy protocols at all times. We are going to limit your movement. Okay. You cannot just go around as you like. Your movement will be from lobby, go to your classroom. Then after you are being dismissed, you will go to lobby. Okay, so you cannot go to the canteen or go to any other places. Yeah, lobby, classroom, lobby. We will minimize the prior classes. We try to schedule prior classes in the afternoon or on Tuesday or Thursday, where it is HBL, but sometimes we are unable to do so. So there are still some prior classes done during the hybrid. Laboratory, okay, you can go to the laboratory with your teachers. Supervised break time, you have 15 minutes morning break with your teachers in your classroom to supervise you. No CCA, limited remedials. Yeah. Timetable, new timetable for hybrid learning has been released. Okay, similar time slot with term 2 hybrid learning as I've explained to you. The timetable effective from 3rd of February. Start from next Thursday. It's not on Friday, but Thursday. Okay. Now I want to remind you of the health and safety protocol. I think this is really important. Yeah. Again, we like to remind you to observe this, especially now we have an increased case of COVID-19. Okay, so all of us, we need to be vigilant. We need to protect each other. Yeah. I see there are some questions on the chat box. I will answer the questions at the end of my presentation, but please feel free to ask questions in the chat box. Yeah, later I will check. Before entering the school, as usual, okay, we are going to use the BBS Health Card app. Okay, if you have not reported to school before, so this will be the first time. Again, make sure you install the app first. Yeah, how to install? You should get it. You should get the login informations at BBS Students Portal at your portal. Then what you need to do is, after you install the app, on the day itself, not the day before. Yeah, so you can do it in the morning before you go to school. You open the app, there will be a series of questions that you need to answer. For example, do you have symptoms? Yeah, do you have fever, cough, and so on? Is any of your family member have symptoms, and so on? All of these questions. Yeah. If you pass the screening through the app, then you will get the QR code. Okay, you go to school, prepare your phone with the QR code, then you will scan the QR code in the lobby. Last time, quite a number of students, they were not ready with the QR code because they don't bring their phones. They have not do self-check-in using the apps before they go to school and so on. So let's avoid all of this by make sure you do self-check-in first before you go to school. When? In the morning. Okay, the detail later on you can read, yeah, on the PDF. So you need to answer all the questions in the app to get the QR code pass. The QR code pass is unique for each student and will be valid on the specific day. Okay, so if you fill in the app the day before, the night before, it will be invalid. Okay, you must check in the morning or the day itself. Health and travel declaration. This is something new. Yeah, you just came back from holiday, from Christmas break. So we want to make sure that you are in a good health. Okay, we want to know also where have you been travel. So please submit this health and travel declaration plan. The link is in the letter to your parents. Yeah, please remind your parents to fill that in. The deadline is today. Yeah, today, 28th January. Okay, so make sure you remind your parent. It will take only not more than 5 minutes for you to fill in the form. Yeah, so after this webinar, all of you remind your parents to fill in the form. Arrival procedure is the same. Okay, there is only one entry point, which is the secondary lobby. Upon arrival, temperature is taken and QR code pass is scanned by the security guard on duty. Entry is only permitted for students below 37.5 degrees. Okay, if you got fever in the morning, then make sure you don't come to school. Okay, let's protect each other. COVID antigen test must be negative for the first time entering the school. Student must show negative swab antigen result to the security guard on duty. Okay, later on I will talk about this antigen. Arrival procedure. Students will maintain social distancing and proceed to wash their hands before going to the classroom. Okay, there will be some barriers and signs will be placed to guide the students to their classroom. At the end of term 2 hybrid, yeah, we use only building B, 2nd and 4th floor. Now, since all level will report to school, so you will use your own classrooms. Okay, I hope you know where are the classroom. If not, then there will be signs to help you to identify the classroom. Students can only use the stairs near to the secondary lobby. Okay. There will be teachers who will guide you there. Attire and items to bring to school. Students must always wear their face mask. Student must bring one for their break time. Student must wear complete BBS uniform and proper grooming, including hairstyle. I think we need to unfortunately send back, if I'm not mistaken, 2 students because the students did not follow a proper grooming, okay, which is the hairstyle. For boys, make sure you get a haircut if your hair is too long. Yeah. For girls, make sure you don't dye your hair. Social distancing procedure, only 1 student is allowed to go to toilet at a time from a classroom. Maximum of 2 students can use the toilet per time. Students must wash their hands regularly, okay? And you are advised to bring your own hand sanitizer so you can sanitize your hands from time to time. Consuming meals in school, students must consume their meals at their own place in the classroom. Students are not allowed to gather while eating, so consume your meals at your own desk. Teacher will be present in the classroom during the break time. Student must develop the habit, library or laboratory. This is very important, okay? Dismissal procedure, because there will be more students reporting to school, all levels, yeah. And we want to avoid crowd in the lobby. So make sure you pay attention to this. Okay, there are 2 dismissal points, which are basement and secondary lobby. Entry point, there is only 1, yeah, secondary lobby. But for dismissal, there are 2 dismissal points: basement near the lift and the secondary lobby. Students are not allowed to wait for their driver in the basement. They need to walk out to the car park immediately. So if you go out from the basement, you cannot wait. You must walk, keep on walking, okay? Because there is no space for you to wait. Okay, if you are waiting, then there will be crowd there, and the space is very tight there. Yeah. So if you go to the basement, make sure you keep walking, keep walking right away to your car. Subject teachers will stay with students 15 minutes after the dismissal in the classroom. Okay. So your teachers, the last period teachers, will not dismiss the entire class at the same time, but will only allow students who have been picked up by your driver or by your parents. Okay. So only if you have been picked up, yeah, your driver's already there waiting for you, your parents are already there waiting for you, then you can exit your classroom. If they are still on the way, then you wait for them in the classroom, not at the lobby. Okay. The dismissal is at 10:45, so until 11 o'clock, your teachers will stay with you. After 11, still, for example, somehow your driver stuck in a traffic, yeah, then how you are still not allowed to wait for your driver or your parents in the lobby, but you will proceed to the wallet group. Okay, we have more space at the wallet group, so your teachers will lead you to the wallet group, and you will wait to be picked up at the wallet group, not at the lobby. Okay, because we have limited space at the lobby. Yes. So here there will be chairs also provided for you, so you can wait for your drivers more conveniently. Okay, there will be duty teachers also to make sure that you keep social distancing. Hybrid learning settings is the same setting. If you have reported to school in term 2, then you should be quite familiar. Yeah. I got the feedback, yeah, from you that if you join the lesson from home, yeah, sometimes you don't get as much attention compared to students who stay in the classroom. Yeah, and that would be the case also, unfortunately, with this arrangement. Okay, because it would be quite difficult to give attention to two groups. Your teachers are doing their best, yeah, but I think that is one of the perks of reporting to school. Yeah, you get more personalized attention from your teachers. Okay, so I do encourage you, yeah, to report to school to join the hybrid. Okay. This is a reminder. If you report to school, then the only learning device that you can use in the classroom is iPad. Okay, iPad. So you cannot use your laptop or your phones. Only your iPad. Okay, if you do not have your iPad, then to get. Okay, how about during CS? I need my laptop. Yeah, for special cases, for example, in that cases, yeah, then you'll be allowed to use laptop, given that your teachers give you the permissions. Okay, for that reason. Prevention and tracing protocols. Okay, I will now go a little bit slower because I think this is really important. Yeah, because we do want you to report to school, to encourage you to report to school, so you can have more interactions with your friends, with your teachers. Okay, more attentions as well. But at the same time, also we want to make sure the safety of the school community, of everyone at school, you, your teachers, yeah, the staff, everyone, including also your parents at home. So this part is really important. Okay, make sure you pay attention. So we can do HBL safely. In term 2, when we did HBL, it was really successful. Okay, because we have 0 cases during the hybrid, and hopefully that will be the case also this term 3. Okay. First, close contact. Okay, I will use this term later on in my presentation. So I will define first, what does it mean by close contact? Yeah, close contact is someone who was within 6 feet or about 2 meters of an infected person for a cumulative total of 15 minutes or more over a 24-hour period. Okay, so not all contacts can be classified as close contacts. Yeah, we define close contact if you have contact with the infected person for a cumulative total 15 minutes in a day. Okay, if less than 15 minutes, then we don't consider it as close contact. Yeah, if it is not it's not within 2 meters, then we don't consider it as close contact. Okay, so let's agree on this one, or let's agree on this one first. We have formed COVID-19 Prevention Committee, CPC, or in bahasa we call it Satgas COVID, Satuan Tugas COVID. Okay, COVID-19 concern consists of PVP Character Education Committee members. Yeah. Who are they? Miss Julie, Mr. PJ, Mr. Carlos. Yeah. Discipline level heads. Okay, we have Mr. Gopi, Mr. Akas, Mr. Alex. Yeah. PE teachers. Okay, head of admin and school nurse. So these are the people who are in the committee to ensure we have a successful hybrid learning with 0 cases. Okay, I will explain here what do I do to reduce transition. Really important. If I get sick while in school, if I tested positive, negative for COVID-19, if I have had close contact with someone with confirmed COVID-19. Again, prevention is better than the cure. So we do everything necessary to prevent contact and transmission of the virus. That is the reasons why we started this hybrid learning not in week 1, not in week 2, because we know quite a number of you travel overseas, and a lot of countries now they are experiencing spike because of the Omicron. So we want to make sure that we give enough time for you to do self-isolations before we start hybrid. Okay, and last week also we need to postpone again because we have cases among our teachers. So we do everything necessary to do prevention. The precaution is better. Prevention is better than cure. Observe health and safety protocols. Okay, this is really important. 1, use mask correctly and consistently. Never open your mask. Okay, practice respiratory etiquette. Okay, especially if you are sneezing, make sure you use your tissue. If you are wearing mask, then don't open your mask. Sneeze with your mask on while using a spare mask. Then make sure when you throw the mask or tissue, throw it at a closed bin. Then wash your hands accordingly. Observe physical distancing. Okay. Here is 2 meters. The government new latest regulation is 1 meter. Yeah. The safest definitely is 2 meters as far as possible. Yeah. Clean and disinfect frequently touch surfaces. Okay. Wash your hands often or use your hand sanitizer and get vaccination. I'm really glad that all of you have get yourself vaccinated. Well done. Okay, this is point number 2 is also really important. Perform a daily self-check for symptoms before going to school. If you have, make sure you don't report to school. Okay, even though you have submitted the indemnity form. Yeah. If you have fever or chills, in bahasa demam atau meriang, then do not report to school. If you have muscle or body aches, do not report to school. Okay. Vomiting or diarrhea, also do not report to school. New loss of taste or smell, if you cannot smell anything, then do not report to school. If you have any of these symptoms, do not report to school. Why? It is important, it is our responsibility to protect. When we have symptoms, we don't go to school. And the symptom is COVID, hopefully. Therefore, we don't want to take chance or take risks to infect others. Okay, so we encourage you to report to school, but if you have these symptoms, then do not report to school. Stay at home if you are sick. Prevention begins at home. What if you start to feel sick while you are in school? Okay, so you feel great before you going to school. At home, you feel great. You don't have any of these symptoms, but then you feel sick. Yeah, it's unlikely, but it's still possible. What you should do? Okay, what you should do is very clear here. Notify your subject teacher immediately. Okay, you don't feel good. Yeah, you feel dizzy. You feel feverish. What you should do? Very simple. Raise your hands. Inform your subject teacher immediately. Okay, we have a procedure here. Yeah, I will not go through this procedure. You may get confused. Yeah, this is for different people. But what you need to do is very simple. Notify your subject teacher. Then your subject teacher will know what to do. Okay, which is you will be referred to the sick bay. You will be checked by our nurse. Yeah, there will be a short interview. Okay, to ask you some questions. Your parents will be called to pick you up. Then later on, we will ask your parents to follow up or to inform the school of your conditions. Okay. Okay, this is for your parents. I've briefed this to your parents. If school call your parents to pick you up, yeah, because you don't feel well, then I told them to right away pick you up from school. Okay, and monitor your health. Okay, then if after you have been picked up by your parent, if the symptom is COVID-19 like symptoms, we will ask your parents to get you checked. If the results of the test is negative, okay, the students, you should stay at home and monitor your symptoms. And you may return to school and end isolations once the following are met: 5 days since symptoms first appear and you have no more symptoms. Okay, so even though the result is negative, you still need to check, monitor your health, and you can only report to school soonest 5 days or when you have no symptoms. Okay, if after getting tested, unfortunately the result is positive, okay, make sure you inform the school. Then our committee, the CPC officer will call you, will call your parents, okay, and we'll do our prevention and tracing protocols. Yeah, you should stay at home and monitor your health. You can only return to school and end isolations once the following are met: 14 days since symptoms first appear, okay, and you have no more symptoms, and you have been tested negative by PCR. Yeah, all the three must be met. Okay, so the soonest you can report back to school is 14 days after the symptom first appear. Okay, when we do if for example we have a case, yeah, at school, then we will do our contact tracing protocols. Okay, if for example there is a positive case, yeah, among students, but the students did not report or never report to school, we don't do tracing protocols, okay, because the students do not report to school. So we do the tracing protocols if you have been to school and then somehow you got contracted by the virus, yeah, then we do the tracing protocols. Okay, so school may contact your parents to do these tracing protocols. If, for example, your friend has been tested positive and your friend has been reported to school, and there is a possibility that you are the close contact, then school will contact your parents to inform them and to monitor, to check on your health. Okay. What happens if there is a confirmed positive case? Okay. Again, this is assuming that the person is reporting to school. Yeah. For students or teachers, full HBL for all levels for at least 5 days to do full disinfections of the entire building, tracing of close contacts, restart the transition period. We will work with the local puskesmas, the health facility, to do the tracing protocols, and they will be the one also who will advise us, the school, whether to close the school for 5 days or up to 14 days. Okay. If it is isolated cases, then most likely the school will be closed for 5 days. But if there is a cluster case, then the school will be closed for 14 days. Yeah, we will work with the health facility to determine this. Relative of students or teacher, the affected student or teacher must observe at least 5 days. So if, for example, you are okay, you are tested negative for COVID, but you have someone at home, yeah, maybe your parent or your mate, okay, anyone who stay at the same house with you are contracted COVID, then make sure you don't report to school, okay, observe at least 5 days of self quarantine, and provide the antigen test before reporting the school. And again, we may not be able to know whether you have someone contracted COVID at home or not. So you need to declare it, okay, to your form teacher, and it is really important. Okay, let's work together in this. Tracing protocols. If you may have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, people who have had a known exposure to someone with confirmed COVID-19 should get tested. Okay, either swab, antigen, or PCR. Okay, so for example, hopefully will not happen, but for example, in the class, student A got contracted. Yeah, student A reported to school. Yeah, then we will inform the students in the class. Yeah, we will do the tracing protocols, and we will advise you, we will ask you to get tested, yeah, for either swab antigen or PCR. When you should get the testing 3 to 5 days after the exposure. Yeah, not too soon, because maybe the test still cannot identify the trace of the virus yet. Okay, so the best time will be 3 to 5 days after the exposure. Then what you should do, if the test result is negative, again, still isolate yourself at home for at least 5 days after the exposure. Then you may return to school after submission of negative swab antigen or PCR test. If unfortunately the result is positive, then you should isolate at home for at least 14 days. If you develop symptoms, continue to isolate for at least 14 days after symptoms begin. Okay, you may return to school after the following are met. Yeah, the same with last time, with the last slide. 14 days since symptoms first appear, you have no more symptoms as submission of negative COVID-19 PCR test. Okay. Yeah. So these are the tracing and prevention protocols that we have. Really, really important. I hope all of you observe especially now we know that the trend is increasing, the number of cases here in Indonesia. So let's protect each other, be responsible, yeah, by doing all of this. Antigen test. Students and teachers are required to take an antigen test before reporting to school and will be required to retake the test once a month. This is not a new policy. We did this in term 2. Antigen test is an additional measure to prevent virus transmission at school. The main measures are wearing masks, observing social distancing, and washing hands with soap, hand sanitizer. Yeah. Again, antigen test is not the main measure. The main measure is still wearing masks, observing social distancing, washing hands. Yeah. If you want to make the antigen test is the main measure, then you need to take the antigen test every time you report to school. Yeah, then I don't think that is healthy also. Yeah, for your nose. So is a secondary measure. Okay, the most important thing is the 3M. Antigen test is scheduled on Thursday next week, 3 February 2022, from 1 to 4 p.m. Okay, please take note. On Thursday, we are going to have a number of programs: Chinese New Year celebrations, Teachers' Day appreciation, then this antigen test. Yeah? So there will be no more classes after 12 p.m. on Thursday. So you can schedule yourself from 1, 2, or 3 p.m. Okay, and the antigen test will end at 4 p.m. You can take the antigen test at school as scheduled here, or you can take the antigen test at a clinic or laboratory by your own. Make sure it's D-1. Okay, if you are going to take it somewhere else. And make sure if you want to do the antigen test at school, you register first. There is also a Google form has been attached on the letter to parents. Yeah. Okay. Thursday, 3rd February 2022 program. Yeah. So please remember Monday, Tuesday are school holiday for Chinese New Year. Then another HBL on Thursday, 3rd February. From 7:15 to 10:45, it will be regular timetable. You will have your lesson. But please remember, you are going to use the new timetable, yeah, version 2.08. It's written somewhere there. Okay. 10:45 to 12 o'clock, there will be Chinese New Year celebration and Teachers' Day program. I believe the link has been shared with your form teacher, so make sure you keep the link. Oh, maybe not, yeah. Maybe Mr. Xian will inform you more about this. From 12 to 1 will be lunchtime, then we will start the antigen test from 1 to 4 o'clock. Okay, the venue is at Wallet Group. Make sure you fill in the Google form first by today if you want to take the antigen test here at school. And we have released quite a number of documents to your parents. Yeah, please help your parents to navigate on those documents. Make sure they are not confused. Here are the documents needed to be submitted before submitted today or next week. Yeah, one is indemnity letter. Submit it at least 3 days before you report to school. Okay, meaning that if you are planning to report to school next week, Friday next week, you need to submit it by today. Submit. Surat pernyataan, statement letter. submit it latest by 3 February. So we give you and your parents a little bit more time to submit this. If your parents do not allow you to report to school, yeah, stamp is not needed. Again, the one that is attached is a sample. Your parents can create their own surat pernyataan. Can be in Bahasa, can be in English. Health and travel declaration. Please submit it by today for all of you. Okay, it only takes 3 to 5 minutes to fill in the form. And then antigen registration, if you are planning to take the antigen test here at school, submit it by today so we can do the necessary planning. I think that's all. I will try now to check. Maybe Mr. Christian, can you help me with the questions? Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sam, this is the question from JC2 students. So the question is, how about students who drop subjects and on the day we go to school, what do we do on that subject? So for instance, if the students drop the subject, but
the
hybrid day scheduled for the come to school.
Okay, thank you for that question. Good questions. Yeah, Mr. Rufus will brief you. Yeah, so we have a group of JC2 students who drop a subject. Mr. Rufus will brief you what is going to happen. Okay, when you drop a subject, then during that period, what will you do? If it is face to face, and also if it is HBL. Okay, so please wait until Mr. Rufus brief you with the details.
Okay, I think that's all, Mr. Sam, because when I check the question and answer and also the chat, there is no question from the students.
Okay. Okay, then thank you. I hope it is clear for all of you, and I cannot wait to see you next week at school. Oh, I think there is one there is one question. Oh, yeah, Mr. Easton is answering the question. Okay, so really excited, yeah, to meet all of you here at school. But again, it is in our interest, everyone interest, to do this hybrid learning safely. So make sure you follow all the instructions that we have shared with you. And now we are about to start the long weekend. Yeah, I want to say enjoy your weekend safely. So even though it is a long weekend, I hope all of you stay at home. If there is no now, the safest place to be is at home. So with that, I want to close this. Enjoy your weekend safely and have a good rest. Goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel. One announcement. So after this, for Sec 3 Accelerated and Sec 4 Express, there will be another Zoom meeting about career-related program. Okay. So I think that's all. And thank you for your time. Have a good weekend and good Chinese New Year holiday. Bye-bye, everyone. God bless you.